start learning some ways or some strategies to write a summary. Whoa, what's a summary? Well, a summary is just the important information from the book told in a shorter way. So if you wanted to tell somebody what Cinderella was about without giving away all the parts in retelling the story. So we're going to work together to come up with the important parts of the story. So behind me on my paper, I have written some words. Let's read them. I have somebody, wanted, but, so, and then. We're going to use these words to figure out the important information from the story. Now you might be thinking, Mrs. Hamilton, that does not make any sense. Those words do not go together in a sentence. They surely don't. But I'm going to show you how we can use them to come up with a summary, okay? All right. So on your paper, you need to write the word somebody. Okay? Somebody. Somebody. And I underlined mine. So, who is our story about? Who is our story about, our main character? Think about that for a second. I know who it is. Do you? It's Cinderella. Here's my Cinderella crown, and look, she's even on my crown. Cool, huh? Right there. Okay, so our somebody is Cinderella. That's what we're going to write here. Cinderella. All right. Our next key word that I'm giving you is wanted. So now we're going to think about, what did Cinderella want? Well, you know, she wanted to go to the ball, right? Yes. So under wanted, we're going to write, she wanted to go to the ball. Go to the ball. All right. So far we have Cinderella. That's our somebody that we're talking about. What did she want to do in our story? Well, she really wanted to go to the ball. But why couldn't she go to the ball? Why not? Well, her stepmom wouldn't let her go, and she had nothing to wear or a way to get there, right? So that's what we need to write here. So I have, but she wasn't allowed to go. Poor Cinderella. Okay, this might be a good time to pause your video if you need to catch up on your writing. So far, we've got, who was our somebody? Cinderella. What did she want to do in our story? She wanted to go to the ball, but she wasn't allowed to go. So what happened, friends? What happened to allow her to go? So the fairy godmother showed up and helped her, right? Yes. So let's write that down. I'm going to roll this up just a teeny bit. There we go. So fairy godmother came. I'll move out of the way in just a second. Fairy godmother came. She came to help her. To help her. Uh-oh, I'm out of room. I'll put her underneath. There we go. So let's go from just this one. So, fairy godmother came to help her. All right, we have one more key word. The last one is then. So after the fairy godmother came to help her, then what? Well, she went to the ball and she met the prince. And they lived, say it with me, happily ever after. So that's the end of our summary. So underneath that, I'm going to write, she went to the ball. She went to the ball. To the ball. Met the prince. Met the prince. And lived You know it. What did we say? Happily ever after. Let's write that down. Happily ever after. That's a long one. That's a super long one. So let's start back at the beginning, friends, okay? Who was the somebody in our story, our main character? Cinderella. What did she want? She wanted to go to the ball. But she wasn't allowed to go. So, fairy godmother came to help her. Then she went to the ball, met the prince, and lived happily ever after. You did it, friends. We started a summary. We did that. That's awesome. Give your brain a kiss. My brain's under my Cinderella crown here. All right, so if you need to pause the video at the end so that you can write the rest down, you can. Tomorrow, we're going to put all of this together and write our summary in a paragraph. I'm really excited about it, friends. Okay? Thank you for working so hard with me today and starting our summary, and I will see you tomorrow so we can finish it up. Bye, friends.